Give it a little time here. What's up? See
Sir,
coming in here. Hey, we're coming in live. We're coming in live. How's everybody doing? We'll give you a minute to get in here live.
Cream Rises live.
So this is
It's YouTube live, right?
season two. Yeah. So we'll hop in there. I, I forgot. People gonna come in
Okay,
here. You- Yeah.
I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it with some people. Hold on, let me share
Oh,
it.
yeah. Oh, you get to do that, huh? Let's see. I don't think mine's is. Let's see. Uh. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. I think it notifies the people that are subscribed to us to hop in if they want to hop in. But we'll repost this. It'll be okay. So yeah, man. Just want to welcome everybody to season two of Cream Rises, and that's the conscientious consciousness. Say it for me, G.
It's the consciousness consultant.
There you go.
It's, you know what? You know what's funny about it? It's a mouthful, and if anybody, I feel like this. Anybody that was born before 1985 gonna have a difficult time with it unless they was already like in that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
So consciousness is just another word for soul and spirit, types of soul and spirit. Basically, it's the you have awareness, which is just you being aware, then you have consciousness, which is the manifestation of your awareness, whether it's in spirit, soul, or in physical form. So consciousness can be a lot of different things as far as when it comes to that, but it's the fundamental aspect of who you are, basically your
yeah.
consciousness.
For my
So
generation,
that's kind of
consciousness just meant that after you got knocked out, like that.
you lost consciousness.
Con-
Right, right. And
yeah,
it mean that too.
you either unconscious or you conscious.
Yeah, yeah. Did he knock you out or not? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
how much back you are back from being unconscious. You know.
Right, 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 right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's that's funny, and it mean that too. It mean that too. It mean that too. It's just like
Yeah.
I said, it's just ways for us to, my whole thing is this. I feel like we here in this place, we here for a lot of purposes and reasons, but one of the main ones is to dive deeply into yourself,
Yeah.
right? To know
Yeah.
who you are,
Yeah.
what you are, right? And that's through experiences, that's through all the shit that you have, your thoughts, everything to dissect and go. It's heavy work. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful, but that's the dealio.
Yeah. So just a small
Yeah.
introduction. Somebody up in here, but yeah. So
Yeah.
again,
Somebody, I
consciousness.
sent it to about 10 people, so some
Yeah.
people might jump in. I think Uncle Mark jumped
Yeah.
in. So but yeah, we'll see. I can't tell who's who, but I could have sent it to more, but that's what we're doing.
So I'm G Look, and that's the
Hmm.
consultant. And what we
We got 7 people in here, so hold on. Blessings to all 7 that's in here right now.
oh yeah.
We in the Cream Riser season 2. Yeah, yeah. So go ahead, Dad.
I was gonna say, this is season two of Cream Rises. Cream Rises is a different format. You're in the G Look Network. We have the G Look Corral podcast, but Cream Rises, we like to talk about things that's uh, uh, peering into your soul, peering into your spirit,
Hmm.
kind of help you deal with what you're going through right now. And we do that through vulnerability, through conversation, real stories,
Yeah,
just a diverse, we're 30 years apart. So how we
yeah.
and it's totally different, you know what I'm saying? But it all comes back and the cream will rise. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
I just want to welcome everybody. Hey, subscribe and like, share this. Uh, you know,
right,
again, it's Cream Rises, season two, episode one. Title,
right.
what is it? What
What
is it?
is it?
Yeah, yeah. And the reason I wanted to come from that perspective, we just had the elections, we just had a lot of things going on. We got earthquakes in diverse places, we have hurricanes, all the things that are par for the course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is that? And how does that relate? What is it? Is it an attack on you personally? Is it
Right.
the way of the world, like Earth, Wind, and Fire used to say? How does he look at that? How does the consciousness consultant, as a late millennial, look at it as opposed to me? You know, as a baby boom,
Yeah.
late baby boomer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We definitely have
Yeah.
different perspectives, but we find that through conversation, prayer, enlightenment, that we're not really dealing with anything different than the first man dealt with. When the
Right.
God made us be what we are right now. You know, we
Right.
power ourselves with
Right.
strength. You know,
Right.
that's what that
Right.
last time we left, my mom was dying. The last,
Yeah.
my mom had got sick. I wasn't able to really give full attention to the program like this, but we did. We were vulnerable. We did share some stuff. But right now, G, what I wanted to do, and I call the consciousness consultant G for some reason. I want to table
Yeah.
some. I want to table something really quick. Uh, at the forefront. First of all, welcome all of our Cowboy Nation followers. Welcome everybody to the Cream Rises episode 1, season 2. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do is put it on the table. It's a confusing time. Do you feel worthless? Do you feel like you don't matter because the things around you are changing? Taxes is going up. It's plastics in the food. There's chaos around you, or is it total peace around you? And you're at the ideal place where you should be right now. How do you feel about that? And how do we couch and manifest that as a way that we move around? So, what's your thoughts on that consciousness?
Yeah, man. So I think so. First and foremost, it's very interesting because, um, if you're speaking about this specific time we in right now, and then you putting that into uh, the calendar of humanity, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's something we have to take into consideration. So basically, we have you know, our natures, our spirits, our souls, things that come through that things, reasons why we came here. And we also have different times and epochs and eras that we're in that we have to adjust to that we're in those, right? And so, first and foremost, I think you just got to always understand that it's always something bigger happening, something more happening than the game of the earth realm. So the game of the earth realm has a purpose, and I think once you understand purpose of that, then you're able to navigate it even more healthy. Meaning,
right,
it's to know yourself more, to know who you are more in your depths of who you are, in your connection with the supreme, with the source, and all other entities that may be in alignment with that.
right.
Now you may have a manifestation where you're here in this place, and you have something to do here too as well, so you do have to deal with it. And
Mm,
I'm not saying we don't deal with that, but I think when you always go back to your resource of your understanding of the absolute, then you're always grounded. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
the soil you in. It's like Jesus said, when you in that soil, then you're in that soil. Even if the sun scorch, even if the rains come and the storm beat on the house, if you got the foundation. So your foundation is your fundamental belief system,
right.
your fundamental knowing of why you even here. And it's some of it's individualized and some of it is um absolute stuff where it's just we're all here to know thyself and to know God, when we call say God the source, the energy, the great energy, you know what
So
I mean, and
let
to understand
me,
that.
let me hit you right there. You said
Mhm.
something important, I think, for all of our viewers and for me. Let's get an understanding. Uh, are we going to have a universal agreement on why we're here? What's our purpose here? Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? What makes
Yeah.
things when your kid dies suddenly or you hit the
Yeah.
lottery pitch? Are you different? Are we here
Yeah.
for, are we shelled in these bodies? And especially as Black people here in this land that we're in, what are we
Mhm.
for? And how do we uh, are we just letting shit happen to us and reacting to it, or should we be
Yeah.
proactive how we do that as far as like how we eat, how we
Yeah.
react to a regime, a government,
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I think
Yeah.
understanding of that or some sort of a perception of what your role is here, you could fall down any path that happens to you. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, we have conflict within each other for those reasons.
Right.
I mean, I'm
Right.
I'm calling a higher consciousness to anybody who looks at us,
Right.
calling you for a higher consciousness personally. If you're not
Right. Right.
anybody with us, you need to be on a higher consciousness so that and that don't mean that you're gonna get taller or you're gonna be have girls or you're gonna be rich or none of that. That means you is and you're gonna be valuable because you're valuable to yourself, therefore you're valuable to me. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, 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 and I think, like, to answer your first question, I think first and foremost, there is an absolute reason why we're all here. It may appear differently, but there's, like I said, to know thyself and to know your ultimate. You know what I mean? To know source ultimately, to know the creator ultimately, but also to know thyself ultimately. That's why you're experiencing in different ways. That's an
mhm.
absolute. Now, if we go one level under that, now that absolute, or levels under that, that absolute can be expressed different ways. That's only different bodies. We got different lots in life. Some people have this many kids, some people don't. Some people over here, some people 8 feet, some people 5 feet. So it's different ways that's being expressed to have that absolute. So what we can do is that we can understand that if we have that absolute in our heart, then we know that all the references in the play, we can we can always put them in the right space, and we can always connect to those that are in alignment with us seeing that as we walk, because it's destined out for that.
Okay.
So if you,
That,
yeah,
so break that down in layman's terms. When we say absolute and we're from the source, when we
hmm
source, are we talking about our creator, God, or whatever?
yeah, the ultimate creator. So like the source supreme, the ultimate energy, the great spirit, like the ultimate, the point of all things, the point of consciousness and awareness is the source.
So
That thing,
that's God to you.
that's the ultimate, that's the big G God.
Okay, so we're gonna call that the source.
We call it, yeah, I like calling it. So I was talking to my boy Pierre the other day, and
Right.
Pierre said he liked to call it the creator. I like calling creator too.
Hmm.
But the thing is, it don't matter your terms, it matter what you understand. So it's the absolute, source, creator, the ultimate, the supreme, whatever name you want to put on that, that's what I'm talking about.
As
Now, because there are,
as black
huh?
people, we are so conditioned to eat chitlins on New Year's. We
hmm
conditioned to call each other, hey, if the nigga under the hood car no more good. We conditioned to think a certain way. So I just happen to know if you have a Pentecostal or Baptist background, you get to telling them that God is source, and there are many
Yeah,
under the source. You're gonna have a problem right there out the box. Just in
yeah.
so I'm just trying to be clear that when people
But
get
to understand,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
understand that we're not saying that God, ain't all powerful, but we just saying the word God in its right placement would be there are many gods, but there is one source that the gods come from, and that we
yeah.
so the source is the highest. Now, if you tell
hmm
Chitlin, you go to his church where he's raping that congregation and passing that plate, talking about God. You know,
Right.
what God is he talking about? Because
Yeah.
talking about the thing
There's
that
a
was
lot of gods underneath. So yeah, so basically what you saying is, so yeah, so that's the thing. And it's funny, it's not my opinion, this is my experience, but also alignment with every civilization's great books. So
Mhm.
every great book from every great civilization, from Mesopotamia and Babylon to Greece to Egypt to the Mayans, to any of them, right, to ancient Far East. They all have writings, and they speak of it similar with different words. So there is, like they say, there are entities and beings in between what we would call human beings, right? But not
Right,
every human being is a human being. You just think they are because they look like one, because you think a human being is what they look like.
right,
You are what your spirit is, what your soul and your spirit is. So something can come down and look like a human. So let me not get too complicated. Let me just stay on point
right.
here. So there's other entities that are creators, and gods, lowercase g gods and creators, sub creators of worlds and of territories, and they have dominion and principalities over certain aspects of creation,
Right.
right? And they are lower, they're gods, demigods, angelic realms. There's angelic, we use different names for them because they're different orders of beings
Right.
that you would call God, you would call the most high God, but the most high source, supreme creator, is the energy of all those things. But you still can be in alignment with those gods. So for instance, let's talk about Jesus. When I talk about Christians, I say about Jesus, you can worship Jesus because Jesus is in alignment with the light to you to get to source. So it's okay, right? But Jesus is an embodiment of the source, one of aspect of the source that's a being that came as Jesus or Yeshua, and that's okay. But I'm saying there's multiple beings that have different levels of powers at different levels.
Right.
But but um but but when we say we from the, so let me say this. So I'm not denying or pushing nothing away. I'm just making a point that say you are any religion or Christian, like you should know that there's a source though. That's why Jesus always said, no matter how powerful he spoke, he always is like, you like me though. He'd be like, "Oh, you could do the same. We the same. We both we all gods." He
Hmm.
let you know that he knew the deal though. He
So
just was so powerful.
this is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. When
Mm-hmm.
we talk to a group of people, I give you an example. All the black people thought that Kamala was going to win because they
Mm-hmm.
blacks automatically would side unpolitically, but more sentimentality toward the black woman, and
Yeah.
they couldn't be further from the truth because
Right.
it broken down the political advantage they would have.
Yeah.
So tell somebody that's going 100 years that Jesus, even though they know Jesus came down, it's in their diet, became a man
Yeah.
like us,
Yeah.
told us to
Yeah.
follow him, told
Mm-hmm.
left us the Holy Spirit, left us with all the tools he had. And you
Right.
and you right now say, hey, we like Jesus. We are God.
Right.
But you talking
Right.
about follow Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
very difficult for them to decipher what that means and how emboldened and powerful they are with the Holy Spirit and with the teachings of a great Jesus or any Christ that they would follow that's telling them,
Right.
hey, you the same thing we are. So what I like to do in this Cream Rises things is really peel back the layers of uncertainty, fear, tradition, so that you can fully receive why somebody's standing next to you, if you stand next to them, or if I stand next to them, or how we get down as a company or as a business or as people. How come they so
Mm-hmm.
how come they so emboldened not to be subjected to things? It's because the same way Christ was. That's a power
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
have. We have. Now, if you
Yeah.
tell Kitlin's congregation that, and he's off base or he's misusing what that doctrine is to tell the truth of that, and we have
Yeah.
hard for black folk in particular, but lots of people to
Yeah.
understand is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, no, I love how you said that. That's perfect. That's exactly perfect, and I think that needs to be said. And that's exactly part of, and it's not just the Christian religion. This is any in any indoctrination or program that keeps things that way. Basically, not letting you understand the fullness of the gravity of what's being said because it limits you. It's like if you, it's like you can't completely download everything and to keep transcending to your highest if you think that you can't get to your highest,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Well,
everything's available to you, what is available.
yeah. I mean, we saw Deshaun Jackson as a teenager on the side.
Hmm.
De La Salle played against Long Beach Poly. We saw Deshaun Jackson on the sideline, right? As a child, he ended up growing up to be a Long Beach Poly Jackrabbit. Went to
Yeah.
the NFL.
Right.
So hundreds and hundreds of kids his age just played football, they probably didn't believe like he believed. I am exactly what I'm looking at right there. I am that, right?
Right. Right.
So the belief system of some kids play junior All American and youth football and Pop Warner, and they just know they're gonna be in the NFL. All them dudes in the NFL played it too, but it's
Yeah.
countless thousands of people that played with them that are getting their autograph now. They didn't believe that same thing they can, and that's just on worldly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some spirit
Yeah. Yeah.
to know I can do the same thing as Jesus did when it
Yeah.
comes to navigating ourselves through this space
Yeah.
as a real being.
Yep.
Uh, they feel what's that? Hypocritical. They feel like
Hmm.
it's
It's a
blasphemy.
lot of reasons. It's a lot of reasons to make yourself feel like that. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of reasons. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? First of all, how we've been programmed morality. So it's easy to feel like you're not worthy because you're what you've done or not done. It's
Mm-hmm.
easy to feel like because you're in the fleshly body. That's what scriptures say he came in the flesh just like us, so you can know, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand how to read holy text. Like it's not behavioral modification. It's
Mm-hmm.
showing you how to in your consciousness transform you, be renewed by the transforming of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying. So it's like it's showing you how to go, damn, I'm in this pale shade of flesh, but I'm not. So how do I? It's showing you how to look at it,
Right.
right? And so basically, like you said, so it's a lot of reasons. It's those reasons. Then it's also programs. There's also other people. You don't want to feel like oh, my disconnection. It's a lot of things. That's why when Jesus said the scripture, people never understood the scripture. When he go, you can't, if you love your son or daughter more than me, you're not worthy of me. If you love your mother and father more than me, you're not worthy of me. They didn't know what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying the program.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you supposed to love them because everything is love. You gonna
Mm-hmm.
love them, really. But if you in a lifetime to understand this, you gotta understand that is you are here in the lowest, hardest form of creation to experience and physical, where you feel stomach aches, you gotta go through this, you in the system, you get hurt, you gotta go, you gotta cough, all this shit that don't exist on the higher realms
Right.
to understand how to be God in that.
So the lesson.
When I say be God, I mean understand that you're one with source in that and be what the source has you to be in it. Should I say
Well,
more specifically and more
the,
precisely?
the importance of what you're saying. I'm just trying to bring it back to our audience, is so that you
Okay.
don't mentality. You are not a victim in this. This is
No.
a one. Look here. What are you, circulatory? Or we want to say,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Single it's yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So we're not
Mm-hmm.
victims because once we start
Mm-hmm.
separating what's high and what's low, what's in the middle, how it pertains to us, we make it pertain to us how we see fit. So if you
Right.
dollars, God bless us with $1 million. So if you had a car wreck on the way to go pick up the money, that must be Satan messing with me. So we could go down all day long. Depression, confusion, which is caused depression because you just deep
Right.
something. You're in a depression because you don't understand
Mm-hmm.
all fluid and liquid as you as a son of the source, as a creation of the source. The source of what? The source of everything. Source,
Everything.
the source. That's us.
Consciousness.
And I think
Yep.
it's understanding to consciousness consultant and G look in the cream rises realm as to what we talking about on here, where we coming from. Because if we just talking, we say, oh man, that's fucked up, man. Trump is he must hate us as blacks and this and that. I go there very easily with my background.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's not what.
Yeah.
So we go back to respect and we go back to dignity and what we want, and we can eliminate
Yeah.
that dignity
Yeah.
involved. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
know, we know that America's an idea and that shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So, and a snake bites your kid. You know what I'm saying? Is that from Satan?
Right.
Oh, they must hate black people or something like that? Or do we empower
Right.
by wearing high boots so when the snake bite, it don't? get you. So
Yeah,
empower
yeah, yeah.
yourself, black folks, type of shit don't throw you off track.
Mm-hmm.
We are here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And we are here as a unit to be like-minded in that.
Mm-hmm.
Like-minded and doing the electric slide on New Year's or eat some chitlins or, dividing amongst each other. We're here for another reason. That's,
Right.
you can go the link at the bottom of our page, on the YouTube page or whatever. Support us, you know, and in this truth that we try to talk about anything. We're just talking about are right now on episode one, so you can know how we do
Right.
things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you
Right.
buy the gear, we'll put the link on there. This is
Yeah.
all
If you
back
like it, if you getting down, they want to get down, they can get down.
yeah. And then you
Yeah.
can cash app if you just want to support us, anything helps to help us keep it moving. Or you can just
Mm.
like, subscribe,
Listen.
share, say, hey, I just seen two niggas on the thing talking about the real shit. They're not just talking about Kim Kardashian and this and that and Beyonce and what Flo
Yeah.
did and all that. All that's under the sun. But
Right. Right.
I just wanted to bring it back home to our viewers so you can kind of get an understanding when you click on cream rises. We're trying to get the cream to rise for y'all. Yeah, it's gonna rise with or without us.
Right. Right. Right.
The light is dimming over there, consciousness.
I'm, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go over here to the. Give bear with me for a second. I'm gonna go over here to the light.
Yeah, and
It's a little.
we like to keep them around 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So we'll probably be wrapping it. Just introduce.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So it's cool. Whatever the deal is. I'm just saying I can get in this light right here though.
you're super black. You're super.
I'm a black nigga. Gave me a vessel that's blacker than oil. Gave me a
Yeah.
blessing. My soul is like foil.
Uh oh.
Made a collection. They don't get destroyed. Gave me a thorn and I learned to enjoy
Yeah. Uh oh.
it.
I got that red in me because I got that Indian.
Yeah, you pulled a lot from that tribal.
Oh yeah, straight on that
Yeah,
tribal. I didn't know I had
yeah, yeah.
in me Native American, especially Blackfoot.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that till life, so I operated as a full out ADOS American descendant of slavery. True, I acted like I was blacker than I was. Anybody
Yeah. You're a native though.
right?
That's
Oh
why
yeah.
you like horses. That's why you like this. That's why all that you like smoke. You like all you a native.
Oh no,
You had
man.
your high experiences natively, everything. I'm Nigerian. I
Oh
pull a lot of Nigerian, so my stuff is like Nigerian. You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what you got
So
in
that's
you,
how you find your spirit.
man. That's a real thing. Every time in here,
Yep.
we see the people chiming in. Just hey, put in the comments whatever you want to say, whatever you want to ask us. We're gonna hit you like 2 times a week with this cream
Mhm.
rise. We have the cream
Yeah.
rises. Cream rises. If you have something you want us to talk about, any questions that you want to address toward being rooted in your foundation, so that you can float around this place in peace and in confidence with everything that happens. That's what this is all about, you know, and empowerment.
Yeah.
So I'm more on the empowerment
Yeah.
consciousness is. I just think as a collective, as black people, we just stop. I just got two charges. Stop saying niggas ain't this, that's nigga shit, nigga time. That if you perpetuate, that's gonna be something you expect, or you're gonna start saying that they're capable of being of the standard that you want. And let's pull together with causes. I'm not trying to be political. We're not no club, but let's just have one consciousness of we're just gonna just lift ourselves up as high as possible in peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that starts with
Yeah.
address each other. I mean, I say nigga though, but I'm not saying
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I say nigga too. We gonna say nigga. That's not. And that's all. That's a term of endearment.
we don't nigga time or nigga. I don't say it like. And a lot of
I
people don't.
say it, man.
I got people that say word, but I use the word. I'm sorry, I use the word. One,
I say it, and I'll talk to anybody about who want to talk to me about it. I say it, man. I
mhm.
love that word. I think it gives me great inflection. I think it gives me a term of endearment, and I think it gives me an avenue as an adjective to make my point a certain way. And I say it, and that's what I am. I've tried not to, and that's one thing that I've never shaken in my whole life. I say nigga, bro,
You
and
still
that's just what it is.
dark. You super dark on there, bro.
I
You tr-
know. Hold on.
we might be ready to shut him now, though.
It's all good. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
30 minutes. It's cool.
Give a little bit of a cornerstone of what we are when you say cream rises, some of the subjects we'll touch on. And again, we're not racist. We're not discriminating against anybody that want to be in touch with their higher self so they can move around here in a good
Mm.
body. And me, I've had a lot of wake up calls. I'm about to be 64 years old. So you got to remember, I've been through a
Yeah,
whole lot. I got a lot, you know, you could look at my
yeah.
body like a braille map. You could say, oh, this is the guy when he was eating candy and drinking soda all the time. This when he,
Niggas eating Laffy Taffies and drinking soda.
oh man. And I had so beautiful experiences too. Birth of my two kids, enlighten.
Mhm.
Beautiful stuff though is enlightening, learning something
Yeah.
that shed some things I thought I was supposed to be. You
Right.
know, so it's all good. It's all the cream gonna rise. You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah.
just hit you guys with that. And anything imparting, G, before I give them the sign off.
No, I loved it. I love it. We just natural. Just we ain't no real topic this time. We want to be able to download freely and supremely and talk about everything from the top bottom and not even have no program and just see who really want to rock and just see who can receive from it and who want to give from it. That's it. And that's all we want to do. That's the gift that that the source has given us through the avenues of our incarnation, and that's what we like to do. So we just want to talk about it. We're going to use our words. We can use our mind. We can use our expression to create platforms, to break things in minds, break programs, all these type of things. And that's all we're doing. So it's all fun. It's all love. We're going to laugh. We're going to talk deep. It's all of it.
And it's important that we do this because we're becoming rich with the Gila Corral and with that whole side of our business, with our hats, with our events, our barrel races we throw, things like
Yeah.
that, music and all that. So while we do that, run next to us and see who we are as people. That's what Cream Rises is. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
every
Yep.
instance you can name: marriage, jail, Navy, college, all the instances around that shit, gang banging. None of that, you know what I'm saying? But I was good at football, track,
Yeah.
bad at marriage, bad at gang banging, bad at
Bad game.
yeah, I do too much, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'm a working alcoholism, anything you want to name, I kind of touched it a little bit, but
Yeah.
to have a mind and spirit, you need to know vulnerability. You know,
Right.
our spirit and our character make us as people. That's why people who mess with us, they usually have a good experience messing with us. It's very hard to have a conflict with us unless you kind of low key, already had that coming into it. We're not gonna give it back to you though. So
Right.
with endless shit going on, nothing like that. We're just gonna try to keep it moving. You won't hear us talking like that on our other podcasts. We're gonna interview a lot of people in the Western lifestyle business, all the way from horse breeders, horseshoers, girls that ride their horse naked on the beach, real cowboys who be in rodeos, wranglers, trucks. My truck dudes, they number one to me because they can spread the message. They listen to this while they're in their trucks and they can spread it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all
Right.
that are truckers are my favorite cowboys, first and foremost. So
Right.
guys, you know what I'm saying? But just want to wrap it up, let y'all know that Cream Rises is back. This is episode one. Came up out of a little morning and stuff after my mom passed away. We had to do what we had to do. And so now,
Move, all that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. We all relocated, everything.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get into that. And so, any questions, leave it in the comments. Please like and subscribe and share, and just encourage us to keep encouraging you. And it's therapy for everybody. So just remember that the cream rises, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Yes,
All right,
sir.
let me see how to do this now. Okay, shit. Never. Nothing. Peace.